Marcus is 32 years old. He has been training seriously for 4 years. He squats, he deadlifts, he takes his programming seriously. One Tuesday afternoon, a coach watches him set up for a heavy back squat and stops him before he even unracks the bar. The coach says 3 words, "You are chest breathing." Marcus had no idea what that meant. The coach spent 5 minutes explaining it. That same session, Marcus added 10 kilograms to his squat. The bar felt locked in. His lower back felt supported. Something that had been missing for 4 years had been right there the whole time. I'm Harrison, and I've got your raw daily fuel for today. Think about a long-distance paddler working a canoe route across a northern lake. 12, 15, 20 kilometers of open water. The paddlers who can sustain that effort for hours are not breathing randomly. They are breathing rhythmically, nasally, with full diaphragmatic engagement. Their breath is the metronome their effort is built around. Now compare that to the average gym goer on a treadmill, mouth open, chest heaving, heart rate spiking unnecessarily. The difference is not fitness, it is breathing skill. And that skill is what most of us share with Marcus before that Tuesday afternoon. We treat breathing in the gym the same way we treat it everywhere else, automatically. Breath comes in, breath goes out, and we pay no attention to it. But in the gym, automatic breathing is leaving performance on the table and, more importantly, leaving your spine unprotected. There are 5 things about breath that will change how you train, and the first is the most fundamental. Most people breathe into their chest. You can see it. The shoulders rise, the chest lifts, and the belly barely moves. This is chest breathing, and it is the weakest position your body can be in under load. When you breathe into your chest, you get shallow intra-abdominal pressure, meaning the cylinder of pressure that stabilizes your spine is underinflated. Diaphragmatic breathing means breathing into the belly instead. When you breathe in, your stomach should expand outward in all directions, not just forward. Think of a balloon inflating inside your midsection, pushing equally forward to the sides and into your lower back. Place a hand on your belly right now. When you inhale, that hand should rise before your chest does. That is diaphragmatic breathing, and it is the foundation of everything else. Once you have that foundation, you can use it to build the most powerful lifting tool your body already owns, the Valsalva maneuver. This is the original lifting belt, and it has been built into your body since birth. Before a heavy compound lift, take a large diaphragmatic breath in, filling your belly. Then close your glottis, think of the sensation of holding your breath, and brace your entire midsection outward as if you are about to take a punch. What you have just created is a rigid pressure cylinder around your spine. The intra-abdominal pressure inside that cylinder supports your lumbar spine from the inside, reducing the shear forces that cause lower back injury. Use the Valsalva on every set of squats, deadlifts, and overhead presses above approximately 70% of your maximum. Breathe in before you begin the movement. Hold and brace through the hardest part of the rep. Release at the top. Then breathe out and reset before the next rep. Marcus stopped his lower back from rounding on heavy squats the week he learned this, not because he got stronger, because he stopped removing his own spinal support every time he exhaled mid-descent. Now think about what happens when you move from the barbell to cardio. The nose is not just a face decoration. It filters, warms, and humidifies incoming air. It produces nitric oxide, which dilates airways and improves oxygen transfer in the lungs. And critically, nasal breathing activates the diaphragm, which means you get the stability benefits of diaphragmatic breathing automatically when you breathe through your nose. Patrick McKeown, one of the leading researchers on breathing mechanics, has documented that nasal breathing improves CO2 tolerance over time. CO2 tolerance is the threshold before your body signals breathlessness, and it is entirely trainable. The more you breathe through your nose during low and moderate intensity cardio, the higher your breathlessness threshold becomes, and the longer you can sustain effort before feeling like you need to stop. That paddler on the northern lake is not breathing through his mouth. He is breathing through his nose rhythmically for hours. That is a trainable skill. Between sets, there is another tool most people never use. Box breathing. 4 counts in through the nose, 4 counts hold, 4 counts out through the mouth, 4 counts hold, 1 to 2 rounds. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest counterpart to the stress response. It signals the heart rate to drop, brings cortisol down, and shifts the nervous system away from high alert back toward a baseline ready to perform again. 1 to 2 rounds of box breathing between heavy compound sets means your next set begins from a lower physiological stress baseline, which means you can produce more force, maintain better technique, and sustain higher intensity later in the session. Marcus tracked his heart rate during a test session. Between heavy squat sets, Passive rest brought his heart rate from 160 beats per minute down to approximately 135 beats per minute in 60 seconds. With one round of box breathing, it dropped to 118 beats per minute in the same 60 seconds. That difference is meaningful when it accumulates across a full training session. And finally, when you are grinding through a set of 15 Romanian deadlifts or 20 goblet squats, your instinct is to hold your breath or breathe erratically as fatigue sets in. Neither serves you. Pacing your exhale to the exertion phase, exhaling as you lift or push, inhaling as you lower or return, creates a sustainable rhythm that delays the moment of muscular failure. Your muscles and your respiratory system are sharing resources. When you breathe chaotically, both suffer. When you breathe with rhythm, both sustain longer. The simple cue: exhale on effort, inhale on the return. Keep the exhale slow and complete rather than short and forced. This regulates CO2 buildup, which is the primary signal that triggers the breathless sensation, and it maintains diaphragmatic engagement throughout the set. 6 weeks after Marcus learned all 5 of these techniques, he added 15 kilograms to his squat. His cardio endurance improved enough that he noticed it on longer rowing sessions. And when I asked him what single change had the biggest impact, he did not say a new program, or more protein, or better sleep. He said, "I learned to breathe. Here is your challenge for the next 7 days. In every training session, apply deliberate breathing. Valsalva on every heavy compound lift, nasal breathing during cardio, box breathing between sets. Exhale on effort in high rep work." 7 days. That is all it takes to begin building the skill. I'm Harrison, and that's your Raw Daily Fuel. Remember, the paddler does not breathe randomly. The breath is the metronome the effort is built around. Your next breath is your next performance edge. Subscribe to Raw Daily Fuel. Diverse voices, global perspectives, one mission. Giving you the breathing skill to unlock everything else in the gym.